Published by Wikipedia. The Battle of Sarigadi was a last-stand battle fought before the Tiruk campaign between the British Indian Empire and Afghan tribesmen. On the 12th of September 1897, an estimated 12,000 to 24,000 Orakzai and Afridi tribesmen were seen near Gogar, at Samana Suk, and around Saragarhi, cutting off Fort Gulistan from Fort Lockhart. The Afghans attacked the outpost of Sarigadi where thousands of them swarmed and surrounded the fort, preparing to assault it. Led by Havildar Ishari Singh, the 21 soldiers in the fort, all of whom were Sikhs, refused to surrender and were wiped out in a last stand. The post was recaptured 2 days later by another British Indian contingent. All of the 21 soldiers involved in the battle were posthumously awarded the Indian Order of Merit, which was the highest gallantry award that an Indian soldier could receive at the time. The Indian Army's 4th Battalion of the Sikh Regiment commemorates the battle every year on the 12th of September as Sarigadi Day. Background: Sarigadi was a small village in the border district of Kohat, situated on the Samana Range, which was located in the northwest frontier province of British India. On the 20th of April 1894, the 36th Sikhs of the British Indian Army was created under the command of Colonel J. Cook, entirely composed of Jat Sikhs. In August 1897, 5 companies of the 36th Sikhs under Lieutenant Colonel John Houghton were sent to the northwest frontier of British India and were stationed at Samana Hills, Kurag, Sangar, Sahtopdhar, and Saragarhi. The British had partially succeeded in getting control of this volatile area, but tribal Pashtuns continued to attack British personnel from time to time. Thus, a series of forts, originally built by Ranjit Singh, the ruler of the Sikh Empire, were consolidated. 2 of the forts were Fort Lockhart and Fort Gulistan, situated a few miles apart. Fort Lockhart is located at 33.5562 degrees north, 70.9188 degrees east. Due to the forts not being visible to each other, Sarigadi was created midway, as a heliographic communication post. The Sarigadi post, situated on a rocky ridge, consisted of a small block house with loophole ramparts and a signaling tower. A general uprising by the Afghans began there in 1897 and, between the 27th of August and the 11th of September, many vigorous efforts by Pashtuns to capture the forts were thwarted by the 36th Sikhs. In 1897, insurgent and inimical activities had increased, and on 3 and the 9th of September, Afridi tribesmen, allied with the Afghans, attacked Fort Gulistan. Both the attacks were repulsed, and a relief column from Fort Lockhart, on its return trip, reinforced the signalling detachment positioned at Sarigadi, increasing its strength to 3 non-commissioned officers and 18 other ranks. The battle. Details of the Battle of Sarigadi are considered fairly accurate because Sepoy Gurmukh Singh signaled events to Fort Lockhart by heliograph as they occurred. Around 9 o'clock, approximately 6,000 to 10,000 Afghans reached the signalling post at Sarigadi. Sepoy Gurmukh Singh signaled to Colonel Houghton, situated in Fort Lockhart, that they are under attack. Houghton replied that he could not send immediate help to Sarigadi. The soldiers in Sarigadi decided to fight to the last to prevent the enemy from reaching the forts. Sepoy Bhagwan Singh was the first soldier to be killed, and Nayak Lal Singh was seriously wounded. Nayak Lal Singh and Sepoy Jiva Singh reportedly carried the body of Bhagwan Singh back to the inner layer of the post. The Afghans broke a portion of the wall of the picket. Houghton signaled that he estimated that there were between 10,000 and 14,000 Pashtuns attacking Saragarhi. The leaders of the Pashtun forces reportedly made promises to the soldiers to try to entice them to surrender. Reportedly, 2 determined attempts were made to rush open the gate, but were unsuccessful. The wall was breached. Thereafter, some of the fiercest hand-to-hand fighting occurred. Havildar Ishar Singh ordered his men to fall back into the inner layer, whilst he remained to cover their retreat. After the inner layer was breached, all but one of the defending soldiers were killed, along with many of the Pashtuns. Sepoy Gurmukh Singh, who communicated the battle to Houghton as a signalman, was the last surviving defender. His last message was to ask for permission to pick up his rifle. Upon receiving permission, he packed up the heliograph and held the door of his signaling shed. He is stated to have killed 40 Afghans, and the Pashtuns were forced to set fire to the post to kill him. As he was dying, Singh is said to have yelled repeatedly the Sikh battle cry, "Bole so Nihal, Sat Shri Akal." Weapons. The weapons used by the Indian troops were of an older generation compared to the small arms issued to British troops. This was intentionally done after the Indian Mutiny of 1857 to prevent any further mutinies and uprisings from getting out of hand. The Afghans used the original and copy of Martini Henry rifles. The Martini Henry was copied on a large scale by Northwest Frontier Province gunsmiths. The chief manufacturers were the Adam Khail Afridi, who lived around the Khyber Pass. The Khyber Pass gunsmiths first acquired examples of the various British service arms during 19th century British military expeditions in the Northwest Frontier, which they used to make copies. Soldiers. The 21 Sikh soldiers were Havildar Ishari Singh, Nayak Lal Singh, Lance Nayak Chanda Singh, Sepoy Sundar Singh, Sepoy Ram Singh, Sepoy Uttam Singh, Sepoy Sahib Singh, Sepoy Hira Singh, Sepoy Daya Singh, Sepoy Jeevan Singh, Sepoy Bhola Singh, Sepoy Narayan Singh, Sepoy Gurmukh Singh, Sepoy Jeevan Singh, Sepoy Gurmukh Singh, Sepoy Ram Singh, Sepoy Bhagwan Singh, Sepoy Bhagwan Singh, Sepoy Bhuta Singh, Sepoy Jeevan Singh, Sepoy Nand Singh. Aftermath. Having destroyed Saragarhi, the Afghans turned their attention to Fort Gulistan, but they had been delayed too long, and reinforcements arrived there on the night of the 13th to the 14th of September before the fort could be captured. The Pashtuns later admitted that they had lost about 180 killed and many more wounded during the engagement against the 21 Sikh soldiers. Some 600 bodies are said to have been seen around the ruined post when the relief party arrived. After it was retaken by the British, the burnt bricks of Saragadhi were used to make an obelisk for those fighters. The British also built gurdwaras at Amritsar and Firozpur for them. The total casualties in the entire campaign, including the Battle of Saragadhi, numbered around 4,800. Commemoration. Commemorative tablet. The inscription of a commemorative tablet reads, "The Government of India have caused this tablet to be erected to the memory of the 21 non-commissioned officers and men of the 36th Sikh Regiment of the Bengal Infantry whose names are engraved below as a perpetual record of the heroism shown by these gallant soldiers who died at their posts in the defence of the fort of Saragadhi on the 12th of September 1897, fighting against overwhelming numbers, thus proving their loyalty and devotion to their sovereign the Queen Empress of India, and gloriously maintaining the reputation of the Sikhs for unflinching courage on the field of battle." Order of Merit. The 21 Sikh non-commissioned officers and soldiers who died in the Battle of Sarigadi were from the Majha region of Punjab and were posthumously awarded the Indian Order of Merit, at that time the highest gallantry award which an Indian soldier could receive. The corresponding gallantry award was the Victoria Cross. The award is equivalent to today's Paramveer Chakra awarded by the President of India. Remembrance and legacy. The battle has become iconic of Eastern military civilization, the British Empire's military history, and Sikh history. The modern Sikh regiment of the Indian Army continues to commemorate the Battle of Sarigadi on the 12th of September each year as the Regimental Battle Honours Day. To commemorate the men, the British built two Saragarhi Gurdwaras, one in Amritsar, very close to the main entrance of the Golden Temple, and another in Firozpur Cantonment, in the district that most of the men hailed from. The epic poem, Khalsa Bahadur, is in memory of the Sikhs who died at Saragarhi. In Indian schools, the Indian Armed Forces, in particular the Indian Army, has been pushing for the battle to be taught in India's schools. They would like the heroism demonstrated by the Indian soldiers to be taught as an inspiration to children. In 1999, various articles were printed regarding the matter in Punjab's longest established newspaper, the Tribune, such as, "The military action at Sarigadi is taught to students the world over and particularly to students in France." Although there seems to be no evidence for this claim, the news was enough to provoke political debate, and the battle has been taught in schools in Punjab since 2000. The decision to include the battle story in the school curriculum was taken last year during a public rally presided over by the Punjab Chief Minister, Mr. Prakash Singh Battal. Following this, the state government issued a notification that the battle story should be included in the school curriculum from this session. There had been a constant demand from the Sikh regiment and various ex-servicemen's associations that the battle be included in the school curriculum. A similar request had also been put forward to Mr. Battal during the battle state-level centenary celebrations at Firozpur in 1997. A subsequent letter sent to the Punjab government by the Sarigadi Memorial and Ethos Promotion Forum also urged the state government that the battle has many inspiring lessons for children. On hearing the acts of valor, the British Parliament had then risen in unison to pay homage to the fallen soldiers. Sarigadi Day. Sarigadi Day is a Sikh military commemoration day celebrated on the 12th of September every year to commemorate the Battle of Sarigadi. Sikh military personnel and civilians commemorate the battle around the world every year on the 12th of September. All units of the Sikh regiment celebrate Sarigadi Day every year as the Regimental Battle Honours Day. Sarigadi Day in the UK. The first recorded public discourse on Sarigadi was delivered by Viscount Slim in 2001 when he delivered the annual Portraits of Courage lecture at the Imperial War Museum. This was hosted by the Maharaja Duleep Singh Centenary Trust. In May 2002, Prince Charles inaugurated the Jawans to Generals exhibition, which featured a section on Sarigadi. The exhibition successfully toured the UK and was seen by over 100,000 visitors. Saragarhi was introduced back into the UK by writer and filmmaker Jai Singh Sohal and the British Army with the launch of the book Saragarhi, The Forgotten Battle in 2013 at Old College, Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. It has since been commemorated each year on its Battle Honour Day by the British Armed Forces. In 2014, the commemoration also took place at Sandhurst at the Indian Army Memorial Room. In 2015, it took place at the Honourable Artillery Company Museum in London, where was also due to take place in 2016. Various senior ministers and armed forces generals have paid tribute to Sikh service by mentioning the story of Sarigadi. In April 2016, the Defence Secretary Michael Fallon MP made mention as a special Vaisakhi event at the Ministry of Defence. In June 2016, the Chief of the General Staff Sir Nick Carter did the same at a special British Sikh Association dinner. In November 2020, the Wolverhampton City Council approved plans for the erection of a 10 feet tall bronze statue commemorating the battle outside of the Guru Nanak Gurdwara in Wensfield. The statue of Havaldar Ishari Singh, paid for by donations from the local Sikh community totaling £100,000, was unveiled on the 12th of September 2021. In popular culture, in September 2017, Saragarhi, The True Story, a documentary by UK-based journalist filmmaker Jai Singh Sohal, was screened at the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire to mark the 120th anniversary of the epic frontier battle. A TV series, 21 Sarfarosh, Saragarhi 1897 aired on Discovery Jeet from the 12th of February 2018 to the 11th of May 2018, starring Mohit Raina, Mukul Dev, and Balraj Singh.